Hey guys, it's Janice at Ozark Family Homestead, and today's video, my plan is to just have a day in the life video. Kind of what are we up to today? I'm going to tell you the day's not starting off great, and I will get into, there's a couple reasons for that. I'll tell you about one and I'll show you the other. Right now, breakfast is finishing up inside. Animal chores are wrapping up. Daisy's already been milked. All the other animals are taken care of. And boys are bringing in their sheets. Today is Wash Boys Sheets Day. So we've just got kind of some housekeeping, homesteading tasks that are wrapping up. And Wesley just walked by and hacked up something. This probably goes along with the video. I'm frustrated this morning, and some days are like that, right? I'm sure you guys have days like that too. I had decided last night that today was gonna be a day in the life video because we're gonna be home and it's a slower day, which makes it easier for me to pick up the camera and film. I did not know that my day was gonna start off the way it did. So it just is what it is. I do have a beautiful yellow rose though. You see it there? So see, goodness, beauty, happy things. Let's focus on that stuff, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and go back inside. We're gonna get breakfast wrapped up. I'll show you what we're having and all that good stuff, and I'll share all the not great things, but hopefully the day will redeem itself. We're gonna be hopeful. Anyway, here we go. Pretty, pretty yellow rose. Everybody says, ooh, it's so pretty. So breakfast is ready to go. I just put the cheese on top here. This is what we call veggie eggs, and it's something we've had for years. I just don't have it quite as often anymore. But I just saute up some onions, which I got on sale recently, and some green peppers that come from our garden. They were just diced up and in the freezer from last year's garden. Mushrooms that I got on the markdown. I had a reduced sticker at Kroger, and tomatoes that were on sale. Saute all that up, dump a bunch of scrambled up chicken eggs in there, add some salt and pepper, and cook it all up. And then at the end, shred up some cheese. We used, I've already put it in the sink. We used the handy dandy cheese grater to grate up the blocks of cheese that I get on sale. So, and we throw this in the dishwasher too. Another reason I like it, it can get thrown in the dishwasher. So put that cheese on top, gonna let it melt just a little bit here and put it on plates. And then we have toast. And this is the whole grain bread. I've got a video on it. I'll put it in the description box too. Hey, Rebekah. Show everybody your new farm clothes. That is so cute. So finally, yeah, and there's Abigail being sneaky. So her tub of farm clothes, finally went through those yesterday, and you look like a super cute farm girl. So, oh gosh, she's getting so big. Okay, first load of laundry is ready to be hung outside, but we are gonna eat real quick. I'll move that to the floor and we will eat, and then I will be back whenever we are finished with our breakfast time. Okay, so I'm back. Breakfast is done. They're working on some cleanup in there. We did read alouds. This morning was Bible, which we do every morning anyway, and grammar. So we use a Simply Grammar. It's an old grammar curriculum, and we just go through it at the table together, and the children take turns answering questions. So that's done. Check. The first thing that I was going to share with you guys, the kind of not great, let me think. It's not awful. I'm trying to think of how to explain this. So I had alluded to in a previous video, the life update video, that I've been going through some medical stuff, having some testing done, trying to get some things kind of back on track. And one of the things that all that testing and stuff has brought to light is my lymph system is very, very unwell. I didn't realize just how, I knew lymph nodes were important because, you know, I've always heard if someone gets cancer and it goes to their lymph nodes, it's super bad. But I don't really know too much beyond that. I know it flushes out toxins and stuff like that. And I'm primarily aware of the ones like in the, you know, on your neck and in your armpits that will swell up if you get sick. But apparently there are like 200 or something lymph nodes in your body. And the testing that I've had recently is showing that my lymph system is so clogged up, basically, full of toxins. It's not moving stuff. It's just kind of stagnant. So it's not working properly. And one of the things that I was advised to do to help with that is to get a lymph drain massage. So I've had one massage in my life, and it was 20 years ago when I volunteered. We knew a gal that was going through training to be a masseuse, and she needed to massage someone who was pregnant. And at the time I was pregnant, I'm thinking it was with little baby Sam. And so I volunteered to help her out. That is the one and only time I have ever had a massage. What I had yesterday, because I went yesterday, was very different from that. I am very, very, very sore today. So this was not a relaxing and melt away stress kind of massage. This was a medical event that I experienced. She made sure my lymph system was moving, and it took some pressure, and it was painful. It was. I'm glad I did it, because I'm hopeful that it's going to help with the stuff that's going on. But I am sore. I mean, she massaged my face. I don't know if you can tell. She massaged all along here, and I think I'm red there today, all along my collarbone, into the armpits. I mean, legs. My arms are sore. She worked me over top to bottom, and feeling a little rough. So I am now taking things to help my body to detox, because apparently I struggle with that. And yeah. So that's where I'm at today. Feeling a little slow. Went to bed early last night because I was hurting. And I'm very, very tender today. So that's kind of what's going on my end. And now I do want to share too, one of the things that encouraged me to do some of these medical tests and stuff, it was months ago, and I don't remember exactly which video or anything like that, but there was a comment. Someone left a comment that I reminded them of Andrea Mills. If you're not familiar with her, she was the mother on a YouTube channel called The Mills Family, and large family, stay-at-home mom, homeschool, all the stuff. She passed away several years ago after a very quick, very sudden medical event. I did not watch her channel while she was still living. I actually first came across her channel when Jamaril Stewart, when Andrea was in the thick of the medical event, Jamaril had asked her viewers to pray for Andrea, and that's the first time I had ever heard of her. So I found her channel just a couple days prior to her passing. But when someone commented on there that I reminded them of Andrea Mills, it shook me a little bit, because having a YouTube channel, I mean, what if something did happen to me? What if I had the same fate as Andrea, not knowing that I had medical things going on, and then all of a sudden just, that's it? Her children have those videos of their mother to look back on. Memories with her. Goodness, guys. It's just upsetting to think of those children being raised without their mother, and it hit home for me. So, I want to make sure that my children have videos of memories with me, just in case something should happen to. Now, I'm going to fight and do all the things to try to make things right now that I know that there are these extra issues. But she also, Andrea had videos of, like, instructional videos. And her children could go back and look at those things too, and this is how Mom did it. And I love that. So I don't remember who made the comment. I don't remember what video it was, but it did. It struck a chord in me. And that was one of the reasons that I chose to start getting checked out a little bit more than what I already was. So that's where I'm at today. That's one of the not pleasant parts of today. I am going to go out and show you, Andrew was moving some things around out in the back part of the property for what I'm going to show you next. And then I'll share the really fun thing that happened this morning. I'm being sarcastic here, and I'll share that with you too. So I'll go show you the next thing. Okay, Andrew worked on moving some stuff around back there, but I'm going to show you. This is the latest project that Andrew and David are working on. That big monster looking contraption there. Apparently that's going to be a tank. So our property will be patrolled by a tank at some point. So this is what the boys do. The little, let's see, can you see the little white birds there past the propane tank and stuff? Those are our meat birds. Those are our Cornish cross meat birds. There's a few ducks out there living with them as well, but they're growing out and they will provide food for our family here in a couple more weeks. And I'm going to keep on walking on back this way, and I'll show you guys the other unpleasantness that we dealt with this morning. Daisy girl is enjoying her breakfast there. Hey, sweetness. More of the irises have bloomed out. Got some yellow and some purple ones there. And I got sheep. The second garden is just a wreck. We haven't done anything with the second garden yet, so lots of work to be done there. Oh, Daisy, she's following us over there. She says, I'm curious. What are you doing, Mama? So I'm back here at the back of the barn. This is what we call the tractor shed. This area here, the 8N, our old tractor, is what lives in there, and Andrew has moved it out of the way so I can get in here easier to show you guys. The animal crew came out this morning to do animal jobs. The milking crew goes out first thing in the morning, and when they finish, then the animal crew takes over. And what they found was we have had one of our mallard ducks back here in this back corner. You can see some fluffy, just some fluffy pieces of, duck feathers and stuff like that. There was a nest there of about 12 eggs with a mallard duck sitting on it. And when they came out this morning, the mama was gone, or she's back with the other ducks. And the eggs were scattered around through here. You can kind of see there's bits and pieces of eggs. I know the lighting isn't great here, guys, but bits and pieces of eggs have been just destroyed. So our best guess, maybe several raccoons came in here, chased mama off the nest, and then just decimated all the eggs. So no ducklings coming from this one. We do have several other ducks sitting on nests, and hopefully we do get some out of them. But this was sad. I love it when our ducks go broody, our chickens go broody. And to lose that was not a happy thing today. Okay, let's talk about the last of the unpleasant things that happened this morning. And this one blindsided me pretty good. So every morning when I get up, I take a few minutes, I go into the content creator side of our YouTube channel, and I can review comments and stuff like that. I like to do that early in the morning just to see, is there anything that I need to remove, anybody that needs to be blocked, just the reality of some of that stuff. This morning, I was surprised that I got 2 comments from the same person on the Azure Standard video. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It was a dramatic and unnecessarily dramatic thing. I made a video about it. I was extremely upset in that video, and I shared my experience on there. So, had 2 comments. The first one, these are by the same person. His first comment was, okay, let me think. I want to get this right. You do get compensation from Azure Standard. Tell the truth. And I am 99% certain that I covered that in the video. It's no secret. The coordinators, the volunteers that coordinate the Azure Standard drops, they get a credit on their account. I don't get a paycheck or anything, or didn't. I didn't get a paycheck, past tense, but I did, and all the coordinators receive a credit on their account depending on the amount of product that is shipped from Azure Standard. And I know I had to have included that in the video. It's not a secret, but I will say the compensation, the credit that I received was nowhere near worth the amount of stuff that it wasn't worth my time, is what it comes down to. Okay, the second comment then. This is the one that really got my attention. The second comment from this same person said, the driver did offer you a discount. I know, I was there. And I thought, okay, this person's just lying now. The only people there were me, the driver, and a handful of ladies that, and this was the account is a male's account. Those were the only people there. So I just blocked the person. They're blocked. Comments are gone. They're never going to leave another comment on my page again under that account. So done. And as I was making breakfast this morning, I got to thinking about it. What was the driver's name? And I looked it up because I still have all the paperwork and stuff from that last awful delivery day. And I looked it up, and the name of our delivery driver matched the name of the YouTube account. So the delivery driver from that day found our family's video and made comments on it today, which I was not expecting. So, oh, but to address his second comment, yes, the driver did offer me a discount on those products. They were products that I didn't order. They were products that I didn't want. I did not want to take them home with me. So I declined purchasing all of those products. Policy says the driver is supposed to take them back onto the vehicle and offer them for sale at a discount at other drops down his route, down the line. That's what policy says, and he failed to follow policy, and I feel like he's just trying to hoist the blame on me. I'm not required to purchase other people's products when they fail to show up. I'm not obligated. Now, when it came down to it and I ended up being the one to take them home with me because he failed to put them back on the truck, then at that point it was like, okay, what do I do with this stuff now? I don't want to meet up with ones that failed to show up. I just want this stuff to be gone. And I don't know, if Azure Standard had offered me a discount at that point, when I had them in my home, sitting in my dining room, then I would have been more likely to have accepted the discount at that point. When we were in the parking lot with the truck there, I didn't want them. I wanted them to go back on the truck and go on down the road. It put me in a totally different position when I was forced to bring them home. So I don't handle this stress well. Don't handle it well. I know I should be better at it, but I'm not. So I envy those of you that can have these types of circumstances happen and you just go, oh, well, I wish I could be that way. I really do, but I'm not. So that has been bouncing around in my head today. I'm not going to say what the driver's name is. What I did find interesting, his account, he's had a YouTube account for many, many years, and he has 2 videos posted on his account. And both of the videos are titled Drunk Redneck does different things, ... But so I got to deal with that this morning too. the day has not gone the way I had hoped. It started off kind of cruddy. We are under a severe thunderstorm watch right now too, through this afternoon. So we will see. I am hopeful. I am hopeful. I am really a positive person, guys. I don't like to be a Debbie Downer. I am hopeful the day is going to redeem itself. We're going to have a good afternoon. I am hoping to see a friend today. We have a livestock trailer, and it's waiting for them to come and pick it up today. They're going to borrow the livestock trailer. So I'm hopeful I get to spend a time chit-chatting with a friend later today, and we can just enjoy a good day at home, doing school, you know, maybe cleaning up in the house or making butter or something like that if it does rain through the afternoon. So enough with negative, no more Debbie Downer. It's going to be good things from here on out, right? Right? Yeah. So day in the life is going to end on a happy note, right? Okay. Girls on bikes. See, that makes me happy. Cute, cute girls on bikes.
This is Herbie.
That's Herbie. Yep, we know. You named your bike Herbie, didn't you? And you can ride it so well. I thought I don't. There's another girl on a bike. I'm guessing things are cleaned up inside, baby?
Yeah.
Yeah. Abigail cleans up after breakfast. So I'm going to take you guys in here and show you what the garden is looking like. Okay. Blueberries. This is my comfrey plant here, so it is putting off some flowers. Oh goodness, guys, look. This blueberry bush was gone. I had nothing here, and this has come back. I have a blueberry bush there. That's awesome. But the other ones are forming little bitty berries. So this makes me happy too. We have some different varieties here. So we should be picking blueberries before too awful long. There's just blueberries down through this raised bed here. The green onions are doing good in the towers. Nothing has been done with any of this here, so it is a mess. This has been tilled up over here for sweet potatoes to go in the ground. And here's what the regular potatoes, this potato patch, is looking like. We've had a really good I just think the plants have come up. We've had it do well. So this makes me happy. And then we have more potatoes out in the second potato patch too. This is all grown up. We've got so much stuff we need to do, but it's on the to-do list. Back here in the back, behind the potato plants, there's a strip through there. That's also for sweet potatoes as well. But that's what's going on out here. I've got some ducks over there making noise in the orchard. But I don't know if it's actually gonna storm today. They're saying this afternoon it should get pretty wild out here, but we're gonna do what we can do outside before we all get stuck inside. The blackberry patch is looking impressive here too. Lots and lots of buds. So I am hopeful that we get a tremendous amount of blackberries again. We are still eating off the ones from last year, so we still have some in the freezer, and this will replenish what we had last year. So this makes me happy too. Good things, good thoughts. We're just going to keep rolling with that. More good news. My figs, little bitty baby fig plants are coming back. Those leaves there, that is a fig plant. This, I think one of these is the one that I thought was totally gone, but it has had a growth spurt. And there's the leaves for it. And then the last one over here has come back as well. So very happy about fig plants. Another thing too that's good is I did have comfrey plants come back up. I thought the only comfrey plant that I had returning was there in the garden in the blueberry patch that I showed you guys. But I'm out here in the old orchard, and on two of these apple trees that were planted last year, a gift from our friend Erin, I also planted comfrey there, and it did come up. So I've got them marked so that they don't get, you know, weed eater. Don't weed eat around this tree and kill my comfrey plant. So I've got that. Now, on the downside though, is our pear trees. I think we have fire blight on our pear trees. You see how the ends are dying back. Now we do still have, some pears. These are little baby pears growing on there. We do have some little baby pears, but we have a whole bunch of fire blight on here, and it kills off the very ends of the branches there, and we've lost a lot of fruit that way. So there is that. It's just, we have too much going on here to keep up with, so we do what we can, and whatever we can't get to, it just is what it is. But this is not ideal. Apple trees get fire blight as well, and I did notice we've got web worms up in this apple tree. Where is it at? I gotta watch out for snakes. I can't just walk and look through the camera lens, so I don't know what you guys are seeing right now because I am watching my feet to make sure I don't step on a snake. I did see web worms. Oh, there it is, up there. Okay, let me see if I can zoom in. It's way up there. It's kind of like a spider webby. Let's see if y'all can see that. And that spider webby there is full of little worms. And those worms are going to come out and start eating up the leaves and stuff on the tree. And we go through and try to get rid of them. We throw that nest into our chickens, so our chickens eat the worms. But that's a little high up for me. So I am not going to be grabbing that one. That's one of those is what it is situations right there. But let me see. Do we have apples? The apple trees tend to take turns on producing apples, and then they have an off year. This is our oldest apple tree. It probably won't be with us too much longer. Here's some little baby apples. All right, I'm gonna head back inside. We're gonna try to get back on track with school day. This is the trailer. There's an Andrew in the trailer. I'm gonna haul him off to auction. Oh no. So yeah, friends are coming by for this today, so Andrew's got it set up out here. It is sticky. You can tell that storm is coming because it's so sticky. But I'm gonna head inside. We're gonna get back on track. What we typically do, Abigail's grinning at me over there and doing a dance. Do a happy dance. Mama needs to see a happy dance. There you go. Oh, them goofy girls. Let me see. Where are they at? Where you at? Happy dance. Da-da. That's better. Being outside, seeing the property, and girls doing a happy dance. That's got to put you in a good mood, right? What am I looking at? You figuring out overalls? I don't even know what I was saying, guys. What was I saying? It feels sticky. I was saying something. I've lost it. It's gone. Oh, I was going to tell them you can do it all by yourself. Let's see. She's figuring it out. That's a new thing, isn't it?
It's so cool.
That is so cool. Yes. So what I was saying is our normal routine. Normal routine is after breakfast, do breakfast cleanup, which is Abigail's job. Da-da-da, that's her job. Then we do housekeeping tasks, which it's a rotation.
It's my job.
What's your job?
Trash cans.
Trash cans are Rebekah's job, yes. Housekeeping tasks where someone sweeps the garage floor, doing the toilets and countertops in the bathrooms, vacuuming. They rotate through those. So breakfast cleanup, housekeeping tasks, and then we switch on into the regular school day, which is what I need to do because I'm filming and I'm cutting into school day time, so we need to get back on track. I will turn the camera back on and just take you along with us for portions of our day today, and we will see how it goes. We're going to end on a high note. Everybody's thinking positively. Yes. And look at my pretty flowers. See? That's happy right there too. Begonias are pretty. Begonias are happy. So back inside. I got to round up girls now because they're out here on bikes, and we're going to get down to schoolwork. And this is what Rebekah does while we're doing school. What are you making?
I'm making making egg roll in the bowl.
Egg roll in a bowl is what she's making. Awesome. I like egg roll in a bowl. You already brought me a milkshake in there. She brings me all kinds of treats while she's cooking. Yep, is that the cup?
Yeah.
Oh, you spilled the milkshake.
You ate it.
I ate it. Oh, it was empty because I ate it. All right, you can bring me egg roll in a bowl later, okay?
Yeah. It gotta be ready when you're done doing school.
It'll be ready when I'm done doing school. Well, that will time out perfect then. So I'm going to show you guys what we're having for lunch. It's not quite ready yet, but this is an Andrew concoction. So whenever I have leftover rice, I just put it in a little Ziploc baggie and throw it in the freezer. And so we had 2 small bags of leftover white rice that was thawed out this morning. And to that already cooked rice, he has added some chicken from what Sarah had canned, boneless, skinless chicken breast, home canned. Added that there along with some taco seasoning and some salsa and just kind of heated it all up. And then I went out to my herb garden. I have a couple cilantro plants that are trying to bolt, so I gave them a little haircut and cut off the ones that were bolting, and I'm trimming those up with the little handy dandy herb scissors that we have, and we're gonna put those in there as well. So I'm gonna add cheese to this, also some shredded cheese, and then children like to eat it with tortilla chips as well. So that is going to be lunch. Okay, Andrew's creation. He's the inventor of the yumminess. So this is what it looks like when it's all said and done. Rice, chicken, salsa, taco seasoning, cilantro, shredded cheese, and scoop it up with some chippies. So, and we have strawberries too coming in from the garden, and they can do this as well. So we're gonna eat and get on with the day. So lunch is over with, and we're moving on to some are doing homestead chores, and others are still doing a little bit more schoolwork. Andrew just switched out. These ducklings have been living in the house here for several days, and they've gotten to the point where they're starting to be a little stinky. So it's time for them to move out here to the shop, and they'll be under a heat lamp out here in the shop, and they'll be happy. They will make a mess of this bedding and stuff in no time. We have our special waterers that I've shown in past videos. Andrew, where are those? Do you have one handy that I can show them, or they're not handy?
I don't think so.
Okay, they're not handy right now, but they will transition to a different waterer. While they're this little, we're using this chicken waterer, but we'll switch to a handy dandy duck waterer that they're less likely to make messes with here in not too long, just a couple days. So we'll let them get a little bit bigger. And I've got this pretty rose bush here, all blossomed out, all nice and pretty. This is actually in the rock wall by the root cellar where part of the herb garden is. This is all oregano down here, and more oregano going this way. And I've got a sage plant hidden down in here as well. So we've got that. I'm thinking about sharing here in the last 2 days. I have 3 different snake stories to share with you guys too, but I'm not going to show video of snakes. So if you don't like seeing snakes, don't worry. I'm not going to show them to you. So snake number 1 was found over here yesterday. I was coming out to hang up laundry, and oh, this is the duck stuff that Andrew will clean up. This is normally not here. Come out here to do laundry. I set my laundry basket on top of these stumps, and right here behind there is, oh, probably a maybe 2 foot long, 18 inches or so garter snake, the kind with the stripes all down the back of it. And it just slithered around up here along the base, along the foundation here, and it would go back and forth, and it would go over here behind this for a little bit, and then it would come back, and this hole under this stump right here, it ended up going in there under that hole. Garter snakes don't bother me. I do have an experience from my childhood where garter snakes did scare me, but this one didn't bother me. So that was garter snake, or that was snake story number 1. Snake story number 2 was this morning, and Wesley, oh, the newest dog member of the family, the solid black young dog, was out here going crazy all around my hostas. He jumped in the hosta bed, he was sniffing, and we come over here and look, and right about right there was a snake curled up, and it had its head up, and it did not like Wesley sniffing all over him. And it was a speckled king snake. We call it a salt and pepper king snake because it's got all kind of little dots, little speckles all over it. And it ended up slithering over here and went under the doghouse right about there. And last we saw it, it was, here, let me step. Don't step on snakes. Last we saw it, it had made its way under all of these bushes and had gone out by the dirt pile over there where the girls are. So they ran it off. Yep, the girls are playing in the dirt pile. This was our load of topsoil that we paid a dump truck to come and deliver a load of topsoil. And this topsoil had lots and lots and lots of rocks in it, including, I mean, you guys look at that. That thing is huge. So not very happy with this load of topsoil. This is what we ended up using to fill up the raised bed. I've showed our garlic before. And yeah, not the greatest. But girls still like playing in it. What are you making?
On a wall.
Oh, I'm sorry. Apparently there was a wall right there.
Well, we're construction workers.
Construction workers.
This is the road that goes down here. You can go inside the wilderness or whatever it's called. And then this, you can park all your pickup trucks.
Okay.
It's a work spot, and then you drive out here, and there's more.
Okay, parking lot and a driveway down there.
A bridge right here.
A what?
A bridge.
A bridge, okay.
Then over here, cars come down here, and then turn, come back up. You know, it's kind of like a roundabout, but I couldn't make a roundabout because I didn't have a good circle. Pretty cool.
You're making something really cool.
And then this is a carport. The cars can park here. This is the store, and
There's the store.
cars, you can buy cars.
Okay.
So it's like cars go over here, and then like fancy doodle dads cars go over here where you can buy.
Okay.
So that kind
A car lot?
of, yeah, car.
Well, there's some imagination there.
And then
Yeah.
have a road over here.
Do what?
I have a road over here.
A road over there too, and Rebekah's whispering. So,
And these are trees.
all right.
Abigail, keep on stealing all of my dogs.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Abigail stealing your dirt?
She goes to my
Dirt
place.
thief! Right there. Dirt thief. Okay, snake story number 3. Sorry, chickens. Sorry to bother you. Yep. Out here in the second potato patch. So Sarah came out here earlier and she was going to harvest some salad greens out of the pots out here. And she was in flip-flops, thankfully. But she said she was walking across this black fabric, this woven weed fabric there. And she felt something under her foot. And she had stepped directly on top of a coiled up black rat snake. And she said she peeked under the fabric to get a look at it. And it was a decent sized one, but nobody got hurt. Everybody, snake lived, Sarah lived. Everybody's doing all right. Here's the second potato patch here. Sarah was saying there's this old cattle panel here in the middle up there that has peas planted underneath there. And I think she was hoping to have around 20 pea plants there. And when she came out this morning, she counted, and I think she said there's 31 of them out there. So we've got some good looking pea plants and some good looking potato plants and snapdragons and all kinds of pretties over here too, but also snakes. Okay, so the snakes. So the snakes that we saw here in the last couple days are not venomous snakes. So they're actually good snakes. And I will tell you, when we first moved out here, you couldn't have convinced me that there was such a thing as good snakes. But my viewpoint has changed over the years. And these snakes, especially the king snakes, they will actually take out the venomous snakes. So they're a good one to have around. We like those. And so we keep those around. Unless black rat snakes sometimes will get into the chicken coops and start eating eggs, and then things have to happen at that point. But otherwise, we keep them here. I will say here up around the house where we're at, we don't see venomous snakes, copperheads and rattlesnakes and water moccasins and all that kind of stuff. I'm sure they are elsewhere on our property, but in the summertime like this, we don't go traipsing through the woods. Besides snakes, there's ticks, there's poison ivy, a whole bunch of stuff that we don't want to get into. So the venomous snakes aren't really a problem for us up here. And we have learned to live alongside the not venomous snakes. So hours have passed. There have been lots of play on the dirt pile today. All the Tonka things and lots of digging. So good fun times. That's what I've always said when we've had a dirt pile here. The best toy that we could ever purchase is a dump truck load of dirt. And that held true again today. Lots of fun had here today. Bouncy bounce. You're like a kangaroo. Oh, I'm gonna have to soak her clothes. So it's evening time. Chores are being done. And I'm almost done with supper inside. Just about done, but I thought I'd give you guys a quick little update. Abigail collected some eggs.
That might be a bad idea.
What could go wrong?
Maybe in a shoe?
She's putting them in her boot. Does anybody else have an idea of what might go wrong with that?
Don't worry, I will not step in it.
You sure? Don't worry, I will not step in it, she said.
I promise.
You promise, yeah. Okay, so yeah, hours have passed since earlier in the day whenever I videoed last. Friends came, picked up the trailer, we visited for a while. It's been a while since they've been over here. So we visited for a bit and showed them the gardens. They're farm people too, so it tickles me whenever she shows up. She's in just farm clothes just like I am, nothing fancy. So that was nice to show them around and what's been going on and compare meat birds, because they've got meat birds that are roughly the same age as ours. And she actually said something interesting, and I think she's absolutely right. So our meat birds always grow out more slowly than a lot of the other ladies in our area. And she looked at ours and she said, well, yours are basically free ranging out there in this big pen that we've got them in. She said, your birds are getting too much exercise. They're not going to grow out as fast because they're burning more calories. They need a smaller space to be in, which I think she's probably right. And I never thought of that. So it was a good thing having them come over here. And of course, Andrew showed off his Jeep and stuff like that. It was just good fun times. But it is evening now. Supper is just about ready. I'll go back in and finish it up here in just a minute. Shawn and other children are doing evening chores, and I've got, others playing around at this point. But we are winding the day down. I like this time of evening. It's cooler outside. We never got bad storms. We did get some little bit of rain, not even much rain, but no bad storms. And it's just very pleasant outside. The mugginess has gone away at this point. So they've got the hay wagon, taking it out there to get more hay. Andrew's filling up water jugs and stuff like that. So I'm going to go back inside. I'll finish up supper. I will bring the camera back out and show you guys when supper's ready. But otherwise, we're going to wrap it up. Okay, supper is ready. Anna is getting ready to set the table. She's the supper time helper. Tonight we are having corned beef. So this is the beef brisket that I'd gotten on sale back in March. I put it on, about over 3 hours ago, and it just simmered in a big stock pot for about 3 hours. This was about a 3.5 pound hunk of meat. So, and it's supposed to be that pink color like that. It is done. So we're having that along with mashed potatoes. These are just some yellow gold, whatever they're called, potatoes that I got on sale. And so we're doing that, and some carrots. And I've already put some butter in there, and it has melted. This is the stock pot that I did the corned beef in, and I've got all of this juice left in there. I will save that juice. It's seasoned really well with the seasonings that came with the corned beef piece of meat. And later on in the week, I'm going to make a soup, and I will use some of my homemade bone broth along with this, and it makes up a really good just chicken, vegetable, rice soup. So that will not go to waste either. So we're going to go ahead and make up some plates. I've got some children. They are running around right outside the door there, so they will be in shortly, and we will eat. Lots of baths and showers tonight because there was lots of filthy playtime today, but they had a good time. So there you go. I almost forgot. Sarah is making up some English muffins. She is getting that started this evening because tomorrow we're going to be seeing some friends at a homeschool class and taking some sourdough English muffins to them. This is the sourdough starter, and she's already got the recipe set out from the Daily Sourdough Cookbook in our family's Amazon storefront, and I'll put a pinned comment down at the bottom so that you can go check it out if that's something you're interested in doing. But at this point, we're going to go ahead, make up some plates, and get this crew fed. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. I have Rebekah in one bathtub and children in the shower in the other bathroom. David is eating up some sourdough cinnamon roll for dessert. He's already had his shower, so getting rid of some of that. It needs to go at this point, and he's doing his duty by getting rid of the sourdough cinnamon roll. Okay, we are gonna get everybody cleaned up, get the kitchen cleaned up, and shut things down for the night. So thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I think the day ended better than it started. So I appreciate you guys coming along with me and helping me get things back on track and back to a positive outlook. So if you enjoyed the video, please do the thumbs up because it helps with the YouTube algorithm. Double check that you are subscribed because YouTube unsubscribes people, and it may have unsubscribed you, and I don't know why, but just double check, please. And then if you could share our family's channel, just tell them about Ozark Family Homestead and that little word of mouth. It has a big impact. It does help our family's channel to grow. So thanks a whole bunch, you guys. I do love you all, and I will see you on Friday's video. Lord willing, I will have a grocery video ready for you guys then. So see you later. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching Ozark Family Homestead.